Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best Carnival food!
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcast should have a theme song. Podcast should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Ooh, I'm going to step right up.
Step right up.
Look at all that fried stuff.
Mark, I invited you. Planned Saturday night, but I invited you to go to the LA County Fair.
You did, but I already
about
have plans.
going. I may not. I may still go to Universal for FanFest.
Please go to FanFest. I feel like I'm buzz marketing, but
Will you
I
get
don't
me in for
need
free?
to.
Can I get in for free?
I wish I could even get
Do you have to be
me
there?
in for free. Here's the thing. There's an army of Shrek ogres that just don't let anyone in that doesn't have a wristband. They just line up. It's all of his cousins.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shrek adjacent people.
All the Shrek adjacent. Yeah. And you know what they are? They're insufferable because they're like any celebrity sibling or cousin or something. Let me tell you what Shrek said. Like, I get
also
it.
grew up in the swamp. I was one bog over. I also fart a lot. Nobody ever asks me to. I could do a Scottish accent.
Wait, are you saying that Shrek, the character, was putting on his Scottish accent?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just the character Shrek was like, look, I'm a big ogre down here.
Mm-hmm.
I need something that's going to be my thing. And, you know, Schlonk is already a hat guy. So, you know what? I'll be the accent guy. How's this one sound? I'll do this.
Guess it's good enough. Nobody's judging it because none of them are doing accents.
Never mind, they've known him since he was a little kid. And they're like, "Why? We know you grew up here, Shrek."
What? I grew up on the highlands of the bog. I was down there by the wet trees, scratching my back and bathing in mud.
Were you a carnival kid growing up? How there are, in studying some of these foods, a lot of these foods came from the Jersey Shore and the Northeast. This is a big carnival culture there that you come from.
Yes, yeah. You spend your summers down the shore. You go to Wildwood, which has a very active boardwalk. Atlantic City, very active boardwalk. Ocean City, also super active. A really fun place to visit. Tons of treats to be had.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like half of these come from the shore and the other half come from Renaissance fairs.
Yeah.
That's really where the smoked turkey leg has its moment. This, by the way, this was suggested from our Discord. Maddie Batty.
What's up, Maddie Batty? Thank you for the suggestion.
Appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for having a name that sounds like a Garbage Pail Kid.
Oh, fantastic. What would that picture be, Hal?
It would be a kid with bat wings. That's like a bat version.
Vampire kid, like in mid-bat transformation?
Yeah. And then
like
Flappy Florence would be the other one.
Yeah, they always had a couple of names. It was like the copywriters for Garbage Pail Kids were like, oh, was it specifically two for each one?
Two for each one with a different pun name based on what was going on, what the kid was, what the theme
And here
was.
I thought it was just laziness. It was actually a deliberate choice.
Oh, that was a set. You had to have each name to have a full series.
Here's the thing. I was never growing up a completist in that way. I didn't flip over the Garbage Pail Kids to the like 13 back and get all of those.
The checklist. You didn't
The
do
checklist. Yeah.
You didn't do the checklist. I would never write on the checklist, but if that one was a card in a set, you would want that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So
you want the checklist one.
Yeah. Do you have a structure you want to do for this? You just want to talk about some of our favorite food?
Not
Maddie
really.
Batty
I
did
think
offer some.
What did Maddie Batty offer?
This was Maddie Batty's original post.
Mm-hmm.
The favorite summertime carnival experience. What food goes best with your favorite summertime carnival experience? And here's a list. We got cotton candy, elephant ears, funnel cake, walking tacos, turkey legs, hot dogs, fries, popcorn, giant soft pretzels, churros, sweet corn, snow cones, candy or taffy apples, corn dogs, onion rings, ice cream, fried ice cream. A favorite. There are a lot here that are not listed, by the way. There's gigantic pickle. There's fried everything. Whatever you can think of. They have fried it and made it available to you. Then there's giant plastic bucket full of chocolate chip cookies. That's like a more recent one, I feel like.
I don't know the big plastic bucket full of chocolate chip cookies.
You know the cheapest...
Are you describing like Cookie Crisp cereal? Like little tiny cookies or...
Mark, I'm about to blow your damn mind. You know those
Please.
giant cheap buckets of ice cream that you can get at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's
the
got
big, it's like
it's
maybe
clear-
Neapolitan, but it's definitely for a birthday party.
Yeah, ridged handle and like or ridged lid and then a handle that comes up like a pail that you bring to the beach to make sandcastles with.
Sure. That's what that bucket's going to be later.
Yes, it's a version of that, but filled with chocolate chip cookies.
Here's the
Fresh baked
thing.
chocolate chip cookies.
This has something going for it already. And what it has going for it is once my group finishes the chocolate chip cookies, we are now walking around a carnival with a functional handled container.
Yes. What are you going to put in it?
All of the prizes that I win by hitting that little frogapult.
The frogapult.
Yeah. I'm going to hit that frogapult and my frog is going to land on a lily pad. And then I'm going to get, you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get progressively better prizes. I'm going to get the tiny stuffed grilled cheese sandwich first.
Right.
And then I'm going to get the slightly larger off-brand SpongeBob. And then I'm going to get the really humongous baseball that might be a beanbag chair.
Yeah. There you are.
That's what I'm going to get.
You know what those things have in common?
They're all awesome and the evidence of a person who is awesome at a thing.
That's the one thing that's true. The other thing is none of them will fit in that bucket.
The little sandwich will, the little grilled cheese sandwich will fit in that bucket. Look, let's be honest, Hal. I'm not going to get much further than the little grilled cheese sandwich.
Not
I
with
say
that
this
attitude.
because the last time that I was at a carnival, we got a stuffed grilled cheese sandwich that has made its way around our apartment because we have no idea where to put it.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll open up the medicine cabinet. Like, there's it's got to go somewhere, I guess. It's the hermit crab of apartment decor.
You know you don't have to keep that, right?
I do have to keep it. We want it.
We want a lot of things in life, Mark.
Yeah.
But
And
we
I've
don't
kept
keep all of
everything I've ever won. Except for the spray painted gold USS Enterprise.
Those are all gone. Wait, I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at one of mine. I had 3 of them. 2
I
have
have
never gone.
one.
I kept one.
People of the world who don't know this, Ken Plume's Trivia Apocalypse, the live version being the Gonzo Quiz Show.
Yes.
The prize is frequently a spray painted gold bank. I believe they
Yes.
are. They're banks.
James T. Kirk Bank. Original
Yeah.
series, James T. Kirk. Not like the movies.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't keep those prizes.
Yeah.
But a stuffed grilled cheese sandwich. Look, the point is, I like a carnival. We're talking carnival foods here.
Yeah.
We have a great list of carnival foods that we've just been presented with. You said something early on. I'm going to propose something to you right now. You asked me if I had a structure for this.
Yes.
I'm going to propose something and I'm going to see what you think.
Okay. Let's
Read
find out.
again exactly, minus the list, read exactly what Maddie Batty sent us
The question.
as it was as written.
The title is Best Carnival Food. So that is the episode title, clearly. And then a little bit more guidance. What food goes best with your favorite summertime carnival experience?
All right. That is okay. I'm going to stop you right there.
Stop me, please.
The question was, what food goes best with your favorite carnival experience?
Yes.
But we were given a list of foods.
Yes.
So I propose we do a clean slate with each of these foods
Oh, good Lord.
and we come up with the best carnival experience for each. This is Maddie Batty's episode. You have given us a list of foods. We will come up with the perfect carnival experience for each of these foods. And I bet we can get through this whole list, Hal. We can do this pretty quick.
Here's what I would say. I'll
Okay.
do it,
Uh-huh.
but it's got to be rapid fire.
It'll be rapid
can't
fire.
be-
And at the end, here's my pitch then.
Go ahead.
At the end, once we've gotten
Yeah.
through all of them, then we will do, after having talked about them for a while, best carnival food. Snap judgment based
1, 2,
on
3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. And we can introduce something that is not here. For example, a bucket of cookies.
A bucket of cookies has already been introduced and is now canon.
Is it fair to say that none of these go with a roller coaster? Because if you have it before, you will throw it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
100%. Food and roller coasters at the carnival. Go on the roller coasters first. Do that first thing when you get there. Have a lot of water and you'll be fine.
Okay. Here's
Here
what
we
I'm
go.
going to do. I'm going to put all these in the chat so that you can see them.
Okay. All right.
There's the list. All right. So we'll go down one. I will give you one. You tell me what we just did
Yeah.
or what it pairs with. So this is like wine and food pairings.
Yeah. We are pairing each of these food items with a carnival experience.
Okay. Give me the pairing for cotton candy. What have you just done?
All right. What have I just done or what am I headed to?
Either way.
Either way. Okay. Best use of cotton candy is if you're going on the merry-go-round, you're sitting on the outside of the merry-go-round, because if you've got cotton candy, all you have to do is lick your fingers a little bit. Your finger's now sticky. Boom, you're getting the gold ring.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I like it.
Yeah. Cotton candy is merry-go-round food.
All right, now you give me one.
All right. Hal?
Yeah.
Elephant ears.
What's that? Remind me what that
ears.
is.
You know what?
Is it a big pastry?
I think it's a big it's like a funnel dough. Funnel dough. It's like a funnel cake. If instead of oozing through a funnel, it just splatted into the oil.
Are you making that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like it's a big, flat, deep fried thing. Like a Zeppeli that got run over by Judge Doom's steamroller.
Okay. The elephant ear you share with your partner, whoever you're there with, on the Ferris wheel. Because you can eat it. Ferris wheel, you're going to be up there for a while. It's going to take a while for a normal human, not me, to eat that. So you can share it, talk to each other, and have like a little moment. It's like a little dinner date or snack date that's happening on the Ferris wheel. All right, Mark, funnel cake. Now we have dough squirted into oil. For those of you who don't know, it's fished out, barely dried off, and then covered in powdered sugar. It's great.
Here's the best time for a funnel cake. And this is why I think funnel cake might be a contender later on down the line, because a funnel cake for me, it is on a plate. It is not something that is portable. You can get it at every carnival, but it is not something that's portable. So the funnel cake, the best activity for that is sitting at those long bench tables in the designated sit down and eat area of whatever carnival you are at.
Okay.
Where you and your friends or your family are taking a little break from all of the action and you all dive into this monstrosity on a plate. I've seen funnel cakes covered in pure lunacy and everybody digs in. It's all finger food. You pull it. It's like you're like a pack of your pride of lions on the Serengeti, all diving into this thing. It goes pretty fast. The break takes just long enough. And then you go back out there and you watch the joust. Because at this point, I'm moving us to the Ren Fair. Just for that one. Just for that one. Because here's the thing. I think the Ren Fair is going to have better tables. I want a little bit of theming with my tables.
Okay.
I like that table? At the LA Ren Fair, there is a her words not mine beer wench.
Yes.
Who just yells bawdy puns at people as they are ordering beers. It's great.
Yep.
That's where the funnel cake goes.
I've been there. That's called the Pleasure Fair for a reason.
Yeah, it's very pleasurable.
Okay, walking tacos.
All right. Let me give you.
Oh yeah, you want to give?
We have the conceit going of even though we're just looking at a list.
Okay.
Giving them to each other. Yeah.
You give it to me. Everybody, earmuff it and
disregard that last moment.
Yeah.
Hey Hal, let me ask you this.
What
do you think is the best activity for walking tacos?
I assume that a walking taco is just a taco you eat while walking and not a taco with little feet.
No, it is not.
What is a walking taco?
Oh, I have just recently learned what a walking taco is.
I'm scared.
I don't know the history of the walking taco, but I know that back in Tennessee, we called it a Petro because of the 1982 World's Fair. In Texas, it is called Frito pie. But this is where you take a bag of Fritos, rip open the bag of Fritos, and pour in chili and cheese and eat it with a spork.
Oh, that's when you're the person who doesn't want to play the skill games, but you want to watch the people play the skill games. And you're like, oh, I'm fine. I'm good. And you even get it, like you get your food last because inexplicably the things that should take a long time are taking no time. And there's a line for the walking taco / Frito pie. And so you're sort of like not really running, but like faking running, like, oh, hold on. Cause you still want to eat it. You had to wait so long. Everybody else is like halfway done their food and you're just going to watch. You're going to pretend like you're watching and they go, oh, that was great. What'd you win? And then you don't even realize you're talking to like a stranger's kid. Your friends have moved on.
So watching the carnival games, I love this notion. My only pushback on this, Hal, for whom is, according to Maddie Batty's question, this is about when you're doing your favorite thing at the carnival. For whom is the favorite thing at the carnival watching someone play the games?
I think it's a weird thing. There are people who enjoy it. Like, oh, I just like the atmosphere. You know, they're just there for the atmosphere. Sure. They don't want to do anything really. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can have whatever.
No, nothing wrong at all. Yeah, I've gone to Disneyland and sat on a bench. I get it.
Yeah. Mark, what about a smoked turkey leg? I assume it's not sitting on the curb at California Adventure like I did with one of my best friends, Steve, one time, and both did what we called shame-eating turkey legs.
Why would you shame eat a turkey leg? Be proud. You don't need to sit on the curb at California Adventure. Wave it around like a baton.
We were like two dogs hunched. We were sitting on the curb, and those are not high curbs, with our knees up and just hunched over, trying to get almost trying to snap the bone in half with our mouths.
Did you succeed, or did that bone go down your throat like Pluto swallowing a bone in a cartoon?
That's exactly what happened. I was in the hospital for a month.
Oh gosh, then no, that's not the best thing that happens at a carnival.
Well, I had fleas and I was underfed like actual Pluto,
Sure.
the worst treated dog in history.
Yeah, poor guy, man. Just, you know what? Just go live in that tree with Chip and Dale, man.
Yeah,
If you can't beat him, join him.
Loose collar, constant fleas, has had human teeth transplanted into his mouth. Oh, Mickey, you're sick.
The island of Dr. Mickey. It's where all those experiments happen.
There's the
We're
little
putting
Mickey.
bow ties and overalls on rabbits. We're giving one chipmunk a red nose just for distinction from his twin. All right, the turkey leg.
Yes.
You know what? I didn't burn the entirety of the Renaissance Fair.
Okay.
So I think that what happened at the last one was you got your funnel cake, you ate your funnel cake. Then on your way to the joust, you picked up the turkey leg. Joust. I feel like joust is the correct answer for
Joust food. Yeah.
turkey leg. Yeah. Turkey leg's joust food.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hal. This is a classic. I'm going to go with a classic for you. Another one might be a contender. Who knows?
Okay.
Going with the great all-American hot dog.
Well, after
Where in the carnival are you?
All right, you're at the area with all the food trucks,
Mm-hmm.
that weird circus configuration.
Sure.
So that circled up wagon of food trucks, food wagons that you can tell they're able to pack it up in 2 seconds in case the police show up. And you're really hungry. You didn't eat breakfast. You ate breakfast too early, or you just skipped it. Thought, I'll eat at the fair. I'm very excited. And then you took too long looking at all the macaroni art that's up for it. I don't understand what the prize is. You won. Did you get a cash prize for this? Is your macaroni art going to be featured at the Broad? What's going on here? And you realize you haven't eaten yet. You rush over. You're like, you know what's classic? A hot dog. And then you go get the hot dog. You eat it. And you have to touch all those gross pumps to get the mustard, ketchup, relish, whatever it is you're putting on there. Not ketchup. You're not allowed. But whatever you put on there. And then you eat it. And you're struck with the idea of, oh, this is never going to live up to what my expectation was, which was right in the middle of the pack.
Right in the middle of the pack.
That is the appropriate carnival activity for the hot dog. I hate to tell you.
The appropriate carnival activity for the hot dog is just pure utility eating, standing off on the side in the
Over
food court.
Garbage can. Because you can't get
Pure
a seat.
utility. Just get it down fast.
Yeah.
Well, standing over a garbage can is clearly nobody's favorite. But I don't want to shame anybody.
Who's savoring a hot? Who's like, I must every delectable bite of this low quality bun and
Look, man,
pig anuses. I must savor.
if you've got a good hot dog, you can savor a good hot dog.
If you have a good hot dog, you have a bratwurst.
No, you could have a Chicago dog, a proper Chicago dog.
Yeah.
That's a good hot dog.
Yeah.
You could have a Dodger dog. A Dodger dog's a great hot dog.
Dodger dogs are great. Philly
Yeah.
Franks also. Something that they do in ballparks. Those are excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent hot dogs. But yeah, the best,
not
the
at-
best
but-
time
but
to have a
the
hot
bu-
dog is
yeah,
when you go
at
to
a
the
ballpark.
baseball game instead of going to the carnival. There's no way that's winning. I wouldn't
Yeah.
not on my watch.
Yeah.
All right. What about fries?
You know what? I put fries with the hot dog. If you're getting fries, you're not getting, I don't feel like fries are carnival food. Fries are just fast food, which is all about the utility of it. You know where you're having those fries? At that same trash can right next to the hot dog that you're eating quickly over that trash can as you're utilitarianly taking care of some food. Because here's the thing about fries. At least a hot dog has that bun that functions as a paper towel between you and the dog.
Yep.
With fries and garlic fries, forget it. Get out of
You're
here
not
with
eating them
garlic
all
fries.
anyway. You're eating
No.
a third of them and then they get thrown away. Shame.
Well, I do like if it's a carnival, again, my brain keeps going back to the Ren Fair, or if it's a carnival that's got some throwback vibes to it, there is something kind of charming about a cone of fries.
Yeah, it's a novel
do
way
like
to
the
carry
paper
them.
cone.
Doesn't
Yeah.
make them taste better. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to hurdle through the rest of this list. And in short order, we will have the best carnival food.
We'll be right back. Step right away.
This show is sponsored in part by In Media Res, scripted fiction podcasts from the Good Story Guild. They always do fantastic work. It's a whip-smart and darkly comic limited series that follows an unknown actor given a huge franchise role in the Hollywood machine that upends his life. It has a killer cast that includes Kyle Prue, our pal James Urbaniak, John Ailes, and more, and the music is out of this world. There are 6 original songs in the style of iconic Bond themes, and each one is a banger. I love inside baseball stuff, especially about movies, and if you do too, the entire series of In Media Res is out now, and you can listen, rate, and review it wherever you get your podcasts. So please do me a favor and go do that right now. I'll wait here.
Hi, is this Sam?
Yes, it is.
I'm Brenda, host of Secret Histories of Nerd Mysteries on Maximum Fun, and I'm calling because you've been named Maximum Fun's Member of the Month for May.
Wow, I'm really excited to hear that. I love being a member. I like all the BOCO, and I enjoy all the shows that I listen to. I love Maximum Fun.
As our Member of the Month, you'll be getting a $25 gift card to the Maximum Fun store, a special Member of the Month bumper sticker, a special priority parking spot at Maximum Fun HQ in Los Angeles, California, just for you.
I can't wait to see what the bumper sticker looks like.
Oh yeah, I am obsessed with bumper stickers. What's your message to people thinking about joining Maximum Fun?
I mean, if you really like the shows, I think it's like a really good way to help support them. I'm really happy I'm able to.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for making your show.
Become a Maximum member now at MaximumFun.org/join.
It's hard to explain what Jordan Jesse Go is about.
So I had my kids take a stab at it.
Probably weird stuff.
You talk about
jobs that are annoying.
Business. I think you probably learned your lesson after talking about business a couple of times.
Grown-up jokes that I don't understand and there's no point in making. All the podcasts are boring.
Subscribe to Jordan Jesse Go,
a comedy show for grown-ups.
Are we back?
We're back.
I didn't know
What's
if
next?
that. I didn't know if you're. What's the name of that tune? I don't know if that was leading in or leading out music.
That's the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and it's both.
Oh well, I've been singing the Battle Hymn of the Republic wrong every time I go to those Navy events.
Yeah.
Shout out to the U.S. Navy.
Do the other one.
All right. You know what? Now I'm going to ask you, Hal, for what would be the perfect carnival situation to be in. You're at your favorite thing to do at the carnival, and your favorite thing to do at the carnival goes very well with popcorn.
Popcorn is something you use when you go see like the really weird version of a circus that's there.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you should not have.
There's bleachers and a magic show.
When you say popcorn, where you are either having kettle corn or you are having caramel corn. Caramel corn is the best. The best
caramel
there is.
corn's great.
It's so good. Oh, and in Ocean City, they have Johnson's caramel corn, and you go there and it's like fresh, so it's warm, and you get it in the bucket. You get the bucket that looks like the ice cream bucket and cookie bucket.
So you get the plastic bucket. I'm putting this on the finalist list then.
You get the plastic bucket, and then they give you the overflow into a bag. And then overflow. But then you also wind up eating out of the bucket. Bucket lasts like maybe a day.
Yeah.
For 4 people, and then it's gone, and it's so good.
Yeah, I like that. That's the thing about the caramel corn is it lasts a long time.
Yeah. But that's a sitting and watching a show that you're watching like the family that does acrobatics in a very small tent.
Oh man. I love that. I love that family because I did one of these carnival gigs once years ago, and we had that family, and shout out to the Kinder Martins and the Moffrays.
Hey.
Delightful French acrobat family with a little mini circus that we had. And you know what the best thing to have in the stands at that was?
What?
Caramel corn.
There you go. See?
Man.
Fantastic. Yeah. What about a giant soft pretzel? When do you have that?
A giant soft pretzel? Hal, when don't you have that?
You're right.
Yeah. I feel like anything that's going on in the carnival, you can have. Oh, okay, here's where you're having the soft pretzel.
Okay.
You're having the soft pretzel. You're having it at the axe throwing. Because it can either stay on its plate. I'm still at a Ren Fair. I'm keeping all of mine at, you know what? I'm keeping all of mine at the Ren Fair.
How dare you?
Okay, no, you know what? All right, I'll move it to the carnival. It's not at the axe throwing. Here's where it is. It is at No, I shouldn't say this because this is going to sound terrible, and I'm going to sound like I'm breaking the rules, and it's going to sound like cruelty to animals. I was going to say the petting zoo because, come on, man, just break off a little piece, sneak some bread to that goat. He's not going to care. It's the most easily shareable.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like the petting zoo, but now I feel like I'm like they're on a strict controlled diet. I mean, come on, man, you're a goat. You want a little bite of this pretzel, right?
People are feeding them dirt in ice cream cones at the zoo. I think you're okay. Slipping a pretzel to a goat. That goat will be fine.
All right. Well, then I'm saying the best place for the big, giant soft pretzel is in the petting zoo.
All right.
All right, next? Hal. The next one for you, we're going more recent than a lot of these. This feels like a newer addition via the theme parks, maybe would be my guess. A lot of these feel like they came from theme parks, but that is churros.
Love churros. Best place is when you're inside in the pavilions with all the as seen on TV stuff. Like the guy is ballying a tip for some knives. You can get the little plate that's a garlic grater. That's where, because it's a perfect walk around food. Walk inside, you have a nice long churro, and you can buy them there too.
Yeah. So I would say also, I'm going to add an additional element to that.
Sure.
I would think that the churro is especially good if that's your first stop in the morning, because if, like Hal earlier said, you skip breakfast, maybe you get to the carnival and you're like, I'm going to get some carnival breakfast food. The churro feels like the closest thing to like a breakfast pastry that you could get.
I guess
this is basically a donut stretched out.
Yeah.
So it can, in a pinch, function as breakfast. Grab a cup of coffee and a churro. There's breakfast for you.
All right.
It's your turn to give me one, Hal.
Is it?
I gave you churros.
Is. Oh, okay. Sweet corn. I don't know. That didn't work. I couldn't. I was trying to be cultured, and I couldn't.
It was very cool. I like
sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Are we talking on the cob?
I assume so. I mean, sometimes you can get it but yeah, even then, even if it's like elote, they put stuff all over it. Like
I do. The thing is, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. I like elote corn shaved off and in the little cup with a spoon.
Sure.
That's how I like my elote corn. So, okay, for this one, you are at the Grand King's Feast.
Good Lord.
Yeah. No, you know what? Here's where you are.
Okay.
When you want the sweet corn. Sweet corn's going to be at the carnival. And again, we don't know if this is somebody's favorite time, but maybe it is. It's when you want to get that pick me up in the afternoon. You're going to get that last couple of rides in, and whoever you're with that still wants to rally hard and keep going, you're like, you know what? I've been eating garbage all day. Let me get nominally a vegetable. Who knows how much butter and cotija cheese and mayonnaise and whatever is on this. But nominally, I'm getting a vegetable and a bottle of water, and we're going to rally, and we're going to go to the final joust.
The joust. Got to get to that joust. A lot of food be eaten on the way to and during the joust.
We're really eating on the way to the joust. No, I think rallying to go to... No, you know what? Here's where I'm going to put sweet corn. This is rallying to go on the roller coaster that you didn't want to go on before.
Okay.
Because you know what? You've settled, because you're at a point where you've settled all the garbage fried stuff from the carnival in your stomach. You're like, okay, I've gotten past that wave to the point where you're a little bit peckish again, but now you're making better decisions before you go on something that either spins, swings, or flips.
So you're telling me that you are, before you go on a roller coaster, going to eat a bunch of buttery or mayonnaise covered corn.
Because it's a vegetable.
That's a better choice because it's a vegetable. Okay. You sure you can't go with me on Saturday night? You can't bump those plans because I would love to. I will go on the roller coaster with you.
If I have some corn.
If you have some corn.
It's cool. It's a vegetable, man. It's like Popeye. You eat a vegetable. And your forearms go boing, and you get on that roller coaster and you're fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, Hal. Your next one is snow cones.
That's what you have after the roller coaster. It's the only thing that's not going to upset you because it's just water. And you're not going to eat that much of it because pretty soon you just drink the syrup and then you have a bunch of pebble ice and then you throw it away. And that's why water ice is better.
Yeah. Wow. You really had to sneak some Philly in there, didn't you?
Well, I mean, we need to speak truth to power. Candy or
you did call it
apples?
water ice, and I'm impressed that you called it water ice.
Well, it's for everybody out there who doesn't know what water is.
Sure. Okay, this is another one I think is a really good, solid contender for the end.
Yeah.
Candy or taffy apples. I think that candy or taffy apples are the perfect strolling food. And I think this is for when you're shooting that scene in the rom-com where you're getting to know each other while walking through the carnival. You're not actually playing any of the games. You're not actually riding any of the rides. You're just enjoying the ambiance of a carnival. Of course, and you should dig a candy apple. The original cinnamon candy apple came from the Jersey Shore at the turn of the 20th century.
Yeah.
And it's a great boardwalk food. So I would say that the best use of a candy or taffy apple would be just strolling that boardwalk.
I like it when it's cut into pieces for me.
Yeah.
So that I can get more of it. Like it's a little easier you can get that at like.
Yeah, it is a
Mountain
difficult
Candy chocolate company. They'll do that for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's good it is a little unwieldy. Do you get to keep the stick though, so you can poke it?
Do you? I think you do. I think you get, because you get the core of it. It's still the core. You can gnaw around on that. There's more like
gnaw around on the core, man.
Stuff.
If I've gotten to the point where I've eaten an entire caramel apple and I'm gnawing on the core, I'm just eating to eat.
Hey, you're shame eating. Welcome to my life.
I'm going to be sitting in that corner with you with a turkey leg, me with the core of what was once a candied apple.
Join me on the curb and make sure those gloves don't have fingers.
This says candy or taffy apples. I don't know where Maddie Batty is from, but
I don't either.
Caramel apple is not on here. We always grew up. I don't know if it's a Southern thing. We grew up with caramel apples more so than candy. Do you have a preference between them?
I love a caramel apple. I've grown more fond of a chocolate covered apple with a little candy on it or some pretzels or something.
That is now you're just adding layers.
There are fun varieties out there.
Yeah. I got to say, if we're going with this, if we're taking this to the finals, for me, it's caramel over the other varieties.
Sure. I'm fine with that. 100% fine with that.
All right. This one's for you, Hal. The classic corn dog.
You get that. That is a lunchtime food only, unless you're in a food eating contest. But it is also a food you don't really walk around with because you want to dip it and stuff. You want like the full experience. So you have to eat that sitting at a table. It is similarly, that is a lunchtime food. Like it doesn't pair. I don't know how Maddie Batty is approaching this. If it's like, well, now I'm going to do that thing where I try to make the horses race. So I'm going to eat. You can't eat. A lot of stuff requires your hands. So you can't really.
Here's the thing. I feel like the corn dog itself is the perfect carnival food. You could carry it on absolutely anything. It's not as unwieldy as a caramel apple. It is a absolutely perfectly portable food if you are willing to make one concession, and that is to eat it without condiments. The second, you know what is and I would say hands down, the corn dog would win this. If it were not for the corn dog's tag along, the mustard packet and the mustard packet or cup, they're not as portable as the corn dog is. So it takes them down a peg. It's like, they're slowing the corn dog down.
Could you not?
Like you could eat a corn dog on a roller coaster. You couldn't try to rip open a packet of Gouldens and smear it onto your corn dog while riding a roller coaster.
But on the way, couldn't you have the stick in one hand and the cup of mustard in the other and just dip and go?
Yeah, you could do that. That's assuming you haven't bought anything else, or if you did, you're wearing a backpack to which you have affixed your bucket.
I mean, I got to be honest. These other three are losers. Do you think the corn dog is the answer? I kind of don't even want to say them out loud.
we don't have to contend to them. We'll just knee jerk then, and we'll do these three together. We don't have to go between us and do these.
And then I'm going to add one.
Yeah. Okay. Onion rings, not for a carnival. The best place to have onion rings is at a sports bar watching a game.
Correct.
Ice cream, it's summertime.
Also, all the ice cream at fairs sucks. It's all bad ice cream. It's either cheap soft serve or really bad scoop ice cream. You don't go there to get, you know where to go to get a good ice cream near you. You know where to go to get it. If you're going there, it's the same thing as I like the helmet sundaes that I used to get at Veterans Stadium as a kid.
Yeah.
It's not good ice cream, but it's fun to have a little baseball helmet to eat it out of. So if you like that experience, great, but it's not that good. And the fried ice cream is just the crappy ice cream, but fried.
With a scoop of honey, I guess they usually do, and then they flash fry it so the ice cream stays frozen in the middle, but it gets that coating on the outside. It's good. It's infinitely non-portable. That is a sit-down food. So here's what I'm gonna. Okay, you've got one to pitch.
What about fried Oreos, fried Twinkies? Have you ever tried fried cereal? Or do any of those fried foods grab you?
Yes. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Hal. There are a few other ones that were not on this list of the absolute classics. there are a few new classics that have come along. By the way, all of these newer classics, the trend really didn't take off until the 80s at the Big Tex, Texas State Fair, because of their, what they called the Big Tex Choice Awards. And the Big Tex Choice Awards gave away awards for both quality and creativity. So if you didn't have the best food, at least you could fry the craziest thing. And that's where this whole trend took off.
Yeah.
I think there is one that predates all of that I will throw out as the best battered and fried weird confection at a carnival.
Hit me with it.
And it's not just because it's from my home state of Tennessee, but because it goes back all the way to 1912 was when they first started deep frying these at the state fair. And that is the deep fried Goo Goo Cluster. Do you know what a Goo Goo Cluster is?
I do know what a Goo Goo Cluster is.
Oh.
Do you want to explain for everybody who doesn't know what a Goo Goo Cluster is?
Yes. It is an oddly shaped or an irregularly shaped, no two are the same, little confection that is marshmallows, peanuts, caramel, and a coating of chocolate on the outside. And they come in a little bag, you know, like any other candy piece of that style. Yes. But at the state fair in Tennessee since 1912, they've been deep frying them because that's a perfect thing to be in what is, I'm essentially pancake batter, that deep fry batter for the sweet stuff. You got all the greats of the interior of a candy. I don't want the garbage ones. I don't want the jelly beans, also from the Texas State Fair. I don't want, you know, the fried bubble gum, which, come on, man.
Not good. Fried Twinkie. I don't like a Twinkie on its own. I do think fried Oreos are pretty good.
They are really good. Yeah.
I love a Goo Goo Cluster. The reason why I would say maybe not that is that I don't know that you can get it anywhere outside of Tennessee because they don't really sell. It's very, I mean, they were born in Nashville. It's my understanding. That's where they were created. I've been to the Goo Goo Mothership, the Goo Goo Cluster Mothership store several times. That's where my hat is from. I have a Goo Goo Cluster hat that you see me wear.
I didn't realize I was talking to an actual expert in Goo Goo Clusters.
No, they're really, really good. It's a really fun, it's a really cool store. They have different flavors. They offer outside of the standard, but the standard is the best one. But it is a very hyper specific local food. So I think that would take it out because you don't, like you said, the Twinkie made it out. The Oreo made it out.
Yeah. I'm going to throw one more in there then that made it out. And that is from the Illinois State Fair. That is the Tornado Potato. I saw these as far away as Hanoi, Vietnam. And it is... It is what French fries at the fair wish they were. It's what even curly fries at the fair wish they were. It's a potato spiralized. It's all still in one piece, but it's perfectly thin discs all the way around a skewer and battered and fried. And it is, or not even battered and fried, just maybe even just fried like a French fry. I don't know. Maybe you can get them battered. Maybe you can't. The ones I've had were just crispy and delicious. And that's gotta be, if I'm taking any from the alt list, I think that's the one I want to take in.
Do you know if you have a mandolin slicer that you can make that yourself?
No.
Because you
start a mandolin
cut and you just spin it and press down and then it spiralizes it for you.
Oh, I'm going to do that tonight.
You can do brush butter. I would brush a little butter on there maybe. Or you could do a little olive oil and then some salt, pepper, a little garlic powder. I would maybe do some paprika on there and then air fry it or bake it or do whatever it is you're going to do with it. I would air fry it personally, but
it's a good call. Yeah. It's healthier that way, right? This is what we're talking about. This is a carnival food episode. Healthier.
The one fried food we haven't mentioned, which is the most decadent fried food. Not decadent, but just the most obviously trying to hurt you is fried butter. That's made it all over the place. Just nasty. That's a dare.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the scorpions at the Arizona fair. Right. You're not eating fried scorpions because you woke up hungry for scorpion.
Yeah, not interested. And if you are, please, let's go to, just tell me what day you're going to be there and I'll go the other day. We'll just split. Yeah. We'll split custody of the fair. It's fine.
All right. I'm going to throw these out as our final 5 and you can tell me what you think.
Great.
Based on just our conversation, the caramel corn in a bucket, the funnel cake, the corn dog, and I'm throwing in the tornado potato and you're throwing in the deep fried Oreo. You want to start eliminating them till we have 2 left?
We were going to gut do this. Let's do it with our gut.
Oh, we're going gut on this.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You wanted to do a gut decision.
All right. Yeah. All right. I have 2 and I don't know which one I'm going to say in the moment. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 and then go.
I do too. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Corn
funnel
dog.
Cake.
Okay.
My other one was corn dog. What was your other one?
Funnel cake. So
No
those are our
way.
two. Absolutely.
No way.
Those are our two finalists.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's got to be
All right.
something fried. It's got to, in the spirit of the episode, it's got to be something fried. So,
Okay.
do we want something with a little protein in it? Do we want something that we can theoretically walk around with? Or do we want something that, here are our binary choices. We have savory versus sweet. We have portable versus larger and shareable.
Powder covered plate.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels to me like portability might be a trump card in this.
Yeah, I think so. People of the world. Here's the thing. When I think of funnel cake, I think of going down the shore. I don't necessarily think, I mean, it is a carnival food, of course. It is everywhere. Even Disneyland, at Disneyland and Disney World, the Eternal Carnivals have funnel cakes. But they also have corn dogs. And Ken Plume, this one's for you, Kenny boy. The corn dog is the best carnival food asked and answered. Thanks, Maddie Batty. That was fun.
That was fun. Yeah, that was a really, that was a fun way of asking a question for us. And we're happy that we're able to answer it in multiple ways.
Yes.
This topic is closed, sadly, so that Hal can leave here and go to the fair on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm walking. I better go now.
You better start walking. Well, you got to walk off all that deep fried, all those deep fried things you're going to get. Deep fried White Castle. No, that's Orange County. Orange County Fair does deep fried White Castle burgers.
What?
You'd think it would be great. Too much bun.
Sounds terrible.
It's really, yeah. These topics are closed, but there are many more to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com, or
we are at We Got This Podcast on all the social media, with the exception of Instagram, where we are at We Got This Show. And then, of course, there's our Discord where this fine suggestion came from. That's bit.ly/WGT Discord. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, with whom we would love to go to either Hal's State Fair or County Fair or my Ren Fair. And we can all sit there in the stands at the joust with our snacks and all say to one another, huzzah! Thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
Huzzah!
Maximum Fun.
A worker-owned network
Of artist-owned shows. Supported
Directly
by you.